Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Dads Podcast. This is episode 14. Back in the studio once again.
Yeah.
Scotch and Tharoah guy. That's my name. On the other end is my buddy Tharoah. I understand you're not feeling well, my man.
Yeah, not feeling the greatest, but you know, it's all right. We make stuff happen.
Listen, I've been sick twice now. It was like once where I had my head in the toilet, and then before that there was like 2 episodes where I was sniffling. So it was your turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. You know, I always have to edit out your sniffles, so it's going to be interesting now editing out my own sniffles.
It's the reverse.
It is. So just want to do a quick shout out to Zencastr, who is a part of our hosting of the podcast. They've made some strides and they've added like where you can do webcams on the podcast now, sound effects like you heard me earlier, adding in random sound effects and stuff. And so, I think they're doing a great job. If you want that info, just shoot me a message or go to Zencastr.com. Check them out. And no, this is not paid at all.
No.
Just saying.
We're upgrades, more and more upgrades. I mean, it's just all part of season 1. You know what I mean? Upgrading the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, 14 episodes so far in. Thank you to the folks that have been out there listening. We've been growing every single week. We just got the report. We made a massive 28 cents off of ad revenue. So keep that up and spread the word about the Gaming Dads podcast.
I'm going to put a down payment on a new car.
Matchbox car.
But yeah, no, we are upgrading. Please continue to show us to your friends, show your family, whoever, your communities, Discord servers. Please join our Discord servers. Please check out our Twitters. Please check out our Twitches. Everything's in the bio. But yeah, I do want to say we are switching the days that we're uploading now. We're going to go to Wednesdays because it's just we are rocking and rolling with Mondays, and just again being dads, things happen, and slowly but surely, like we've both kind of been uploading later in the week. So Wednesday is going to be a lot more feasible. We record every Saturday. We're actually recording night times this time on Saturday because
I
again,
couldn't
you
get
weren't
up this
feeling
morning
well.
with being sick.
Yeah. So. But yeah, we're going to move it to Wednesday. We are going to miss a week next week. I am moving to a new apartment with my wife and my son.
A new Stick Palace. Got it.
A new abode for the Stick family. But yeah, no. So I'm going to be moving Saturday and Sunday, and so we're not going to have any time at all. And just wanted to, make sure everyone was aware there's going to be a little bit of a gap. And your podcast, your Gaming Dads podcast fix, you're gonna have to go cold turkey for a week, but we'll be right back in mid-March with more stuff. So,
and we promise it's only a week this time.
It's only
a week.
we said time, only. Didn't we say like only a week last time?
Yeah, because I was moving from New Orleans to Colorado, and like, hey, give me time to get set up, and then COVID happened, everything happened, the world happened, but we've been back strong.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of the Gaming Dads team.
Yeah, and again, more other upgrades. You've been working really hard on this, getting the Twitch set up. So we're hoping maybe after the recording here tonight that we've got it ready to go. We might do something here later. But just upgrades. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you to everyone watching this listening to this on all the podcasting sites, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. And then
Spotify has been the biggest. I'm shocked. So those of you listening on Spotify, thank you so much. Spotify is blown up compared to every other platform. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got the uploads on YouTube. We're almost up to 100 subscribers on YouTube. And but obviously Spotify, that's where it looks like that's where the spot's at. So,
it's been pretty awesome. And, as we're, kind of putting a capstone here on season 1, some big stuff coming for season 2 of the Gaming Dads podcast.
Yeah. So as Sarah was saying there, so season 1, we've just kind of decided that with season 1, it's kind of the building season of the podcast. So we're kind of getting to the point where we're really happy with where the podcast is at, how we're uploading, how we're, putting the podcast together. Still fixing some of the editing stuff, but generally speaking, we're really happy with how it's turning out. So we figure, once we've got everything set in stone, season 2 is going to be the official start of, okay, everything is where we want it to be, and we're just rocking and rolling. So look out for that. And we're looking for more special guests. I know that we were both talking about some special guests together, and then you were talking about possibly having some people on as well. We'll more than likely season 2 will be more of that sort of thing, because it seemed like everyone pretty much really enjoyed that.
They did. When we had Charlie Brown on earlier on in the season, people enjoyed it. And, just kind of throwing out some numbers here. This last episode 13, has only been up now for 4 days, and it's already got 103 listens on Spotify. So we're killing it. Yeah. Well, and again,
we really appreciate all the support. It means a lot. This is something, that Tharoah and I, we would do this regardless of anything, to be honest, but it means that much more that we have people who want to listen to us and support us in that way. So we really, really do appreciate it. And it really means a lot. It really does.
It does.
So,
but yeah, so getting into this week, lots of really cool stuff happening this week. Of course, the Nintendo Direct.
That was the big thing, man.
That was probably the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to hear that Switch sound. It's so weird. Every time every segment, it was just the Switch. And I was at work, so I had it on and was kind of watching it. But I had it muted, so I could only yell at my computer monitor. I was really underwhelmed. I'll be honest.
I know. I didn't get to watch it either live. I got to watch it after the fact, and I saw a lot of the memes and Twitter stuff and TikTok stuff. And excuse me, that was disgusting. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No. But I mean, here's the thing. So Donkey did a video which was spot on, because it was me during the whole Direct. Basically, okay, all right, yeah, they're gonna come out with something. They're gonna. Oh, and then the guy from Zelda showed up, and I'm like, oh yeah, Breath of the Wild 2. Oh yeah, and then
yeah.
That's what I felt like.
Just nothing.
That's exactly what I felt like. Just
totally debated.
Skyward Sword. Look, and I took a stance on Twitter a few days ago about this, and this is a personal stance that will not change, because people were saying, now people will get to have or experience a great game because they thought the motion controls were trash. Guess what? Motion controls are trash. All right. Unless I'm playing Mario Golf, unless I'm playing like Wii Sports, or I'm playing like a Beat Saber type game.
Yeah.
Motion controls are perfectly fine there. But to slash a sword, no. I don't want to have, sitting on my couch acting like a spaz to try to attack something. I just want to press a button and he slashes the sword.
Well, and here's the thing. The technology isn't there. It just isn't.
It isn't.
You've got the VR stuff, and there's a lot of the VR stuff that it's a lot of fun, and it works really well because the technology matches what you're doing. Like, what is it? The office simulator, where you're like a TV or whatever, and it's just like everything is really big around you, so there's no way that you can miss like hitting a button or something like that. Everything's very cartoonish, and everything is animated in such a way where when you're in the VR, it makes sense. There was another one that I played because my father-in-law, he got the VR stuff, and we played it when he got it, and it was kind of like it was like an iRobot sort of thing, where the robots had turned against humans, and you had to turn off all the robots, and they were coming at you. That worked because the way that the technology worked, it fit it. But I have Like it was like Half-Life. It was like Half-Life Alex. Like I don't feel like the technology is there enough to where it makes sense for that sort of motion to be in a VR video game yet. It just works a lot better when you have buttons and keyboards or even a controller to work with.
I don't know. Do you remember the whole meme? It was during like the 2014 Nintendo Direct, where basically what were they doing? Where they had the Wiimotes and they're all trying to play in the band. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That right there should have demonstrated exactly why motion controls shouldn't exist in gaming. Or you know what I mean? You know, so like I know they were playing like the Mario theme song and some other things, but
yeah,
you know, so one of the big things they did announce was Mario Golf. And I'm pretty excited about it.
It's I am disappointed by the response to Mario Golf by the community as a whole.
I'm gonna get in a little Wii Sports song here. I mean, here's the thing with Mario Golf. Okay, talking with Odd Kate about it. Odd Kate was super excited about Mario Golf.
Oh yeah,
and here's where some of the disappointment is. To me, and when Odd Kate said this, it like hit me like a ton of bricks. If it's Mario Golf, why is there no reference to Mushroom Kingdom or anywhere else? It's just like a normal golf game. Now, well, what if Nintendo was developing a golf game and said, crap, we just screwed this up. Let's throw some Mario characters in it.
Huh.
Right?
I mean, that's kind of what they did with... they've done that before. I'm trying to think of games where that's happened before. I mean, that was Mario Brothers 2, and I'm here in America, really. I mean, that was what much. That was. It was they built a game and they were just like, oh well, let's just throw Mario characters in it. And that's what that was. There was another game that they did that though. I thought maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of
that's what it looked like. The gameplay that they showed.
I know what I'm thinking of. There's what is it? Is it Star Wars? No, it's a Harry Potter game. And it was supposed to be a Harry Potter game because
What game was it?
I forget the name of the game. I'm forgetting it now, but I'm very clearly remembering this reference to this game where like they had built this whole game around like either Star Wars or Harry Potter, and they're like, oh, we're just going to throw this level in here, or, oh no, sorry, I'm completely off base. It was Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was initially supposed to not be a Pirates of the Caribbean game, but they threw Pirates of the Caribbean in it. It was a really weird game because it was just like, why is this Pirates of the Caribbean?
Really? What console was that for? I'm trying to look that up now.
I'm only remembering the reference to it. I'm not fully remembering the game at all.
Interesting.
I'm remembering this like in having had conversations with other people before. But yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Nintendo does. Here's the thing. So 2021 and 2020, we've talked about this before. This has kind of been the year of the re-release. Now, don't get me wrong. Super Mario 3D World, along with Bowser's Fury, was phenomenal. I'm speedrunning that. You watched me today speedrunning that.
Have you played the Bowser's Fury part of it?
Yes, I have, and it's a ton of fun.
It looks really good.
You know, there's no loads in between levels. It's just one it flows really, really well. So they did a great job. And I believe they even referenced that in the Nintendo Direct saying, hey, sorry, there's no Super Mario Odyssey 2, but we have given you this Bowser's Fury, which is
kind
nice.
Of a taste. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I get it. Nintendo averages between 6 and 7 years between every main title Mario game. They always have. So I get it. I think Odyssey came out like 2017, 2018. So we're not going to see another one until probably 2023, 2024. Right. So them giving that little taste. I mean, I think I completed it casually in like 3 or 4 hours. All 100 shines. It was nice. And I get that. But look at the Nintendo Direct. All of the re-releases. You know, the Tales from the Borderlands. That's one. Ninja Gaiden: The Master Collection. Plants vs. Zombies. Why is that franchise still around?
Well, I mean, OG Plants vs. Zombies was good.
Yeah.
Like the original, but it's just all the shoot-offs that are kind of weird.
The Animal Crossing New Horizons and Super Mario collaboration.
I say that as if I like it actually, but I don't like it. But I like how they like dedicated a whole like 2 minutes to that.
Yep, as a matter of fact,
if it was something significant and big, like
a minute and 13 seconds was their section of that. A ton of JRPG stuff. The Ninja Gaiden stuff, I did like that. You know, I like the old Ninja Gaidens because they're very difficult, but I don't know really how I feel about that. But there were so many JRPGs. I don't like. I'm gonna get so much hate if I talk about JRPGs. I try to avoid it all at all costs because I've seen how people like Donkey, but other people as well have just been absolutely obliterated on the internet for their hate of JRPGs. And don't get me wrong, there are good RPG games. Okay, Paper Mario. You have Earthbound. What else? I'm trying to think here. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of RPGs? There's a bunch out there.
There's yes, there are good RPGs out there, but these JRPGs, they're just copies. I mean,
they are.
As soon as I saw the Triangle Strategy, whatever it was called, I'm like, that's just Octopath Traveler. And that was what I was thinking before the Donkey video. By the way, I saw it. I'm like, wait, isn't that just Octopath Traveler? Like, it's the exact same thing. But then there was another game that they showed that was a JRPG. I'm like, that's just Octopath Traveler. Like what the heck is going on?
Somebody put a meme on Twitter, and I was kind of laughing about it. And they're talking about all of the different things that were coming out, and they said this was the Nintendo Direct of the Times New Roman. Because almost all of the titles that were JRPGs, the title screen was Times New Roman underlined.
Oh my god!
Like seriously,
I didn't even realize. That's amazing.
I mean, some of the games though, like all right, so let's go over some of these games. Where was it? There was one that Donkey brought up. I think Bravely Default 2. And of course, that's how Donkey feels about all JRPGs. Exactly. That they are the same copy thing. And
it's just default. Man.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. There are some things that I am interested in. But most of Apex Legends, that's been out for years. So great, we get a Switch port. Congratulations. Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout is a port. Congratulations. Splatoon 3. Bruh.
Who asked for that?
Look.
Nobody asked. Nobody asked
for that.
And they showed it at the end of the direct. I'm just like, I'm looking at my hand saying, why is this happening?
And that was the thing. Like the first thing everybody in chat was saying was like, Splatoon meets Borderlands.
Yeah.
Is what it looked like. You know, I don't personally play the Splatoon games because it makes me physically sick. Like the motion, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I don't typically play them. I know that they're Smash characters. And speaking of Smash characters, you know, we have to bring that up.
No.
You know, we have to.
No.
Out of all of the characters.
I don't want to talk about
all of the characters. Seriously.
Oh, it's just, here's the thing. I've seen the memes all over the place of people being like, what, like, I don't want another anime sword wielder. Well, what do you want then? I'm like, literally anything else. Literally, I'm not even joking you. Anything else other than another
Gex. I would take Gex.
Dude, I'm telling you, we've been asking for Waluigi forever. It's like the easiest thing to do in the world. Like, put him in the game, and they just refuse to do it. And I'm like, okay, they did Steve, and I 100% am stoked that they put Steve into Smash. I think he totally deserves to be in there. Freaking, you know what would have been great is another character like Samus. Master Chief. Hello.
Right.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
what? Like why, like how many sword wielders do you need to put in this freaking game? It's like
A lot,
it's
apparently.
unbelievable how generic like they've gotten. It's just become this easy thing of, well, let's just slap another sword wielder in there. We're just going to make the same animations anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'm disappointed. And I know I think she's from Xenoblade, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, big anime titties. That's pretty
what I was
much
about
what
to
it
bring
is.
up. Like no
all
joke.
It is.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
So
play the play the Pornhub sound.
Oh wait. I don't have it up.
For the big anime titties?
Here.
Where's the sound? You got to play it.
Let me add it in here. Hold on. Here we go.
You don't have it in there?
Boom. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, I mean, Knockout City was on there, man.
That looked kind of cool. That looked kind of neat, just because it was like dodgeball but Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is like, it's Fortnite, but I'm like, it looks kind of cool because I'm like, I wouldn't mind playing dodgeball version of Fortnite. Like it's gonna get sweaty really fast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it looks like if you played that with your friends, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, like a party game would be fun.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that. But it does look like Fortnite.
Yeah, which I mean, that's pretty much you saw that coming.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, like all these battle royales are just going to slowly but surely look more and more like Fortnite, whether it's just the gameplay or the way it literally
that game
looks.
Go away?
Because I don't know.
I don't get it.
That might be a topic for another time.
All right, so another one out there, Miitopia.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Here's my thing about the me thing. Like I get like creating the character and everything, and like Mii's in Smash, that was kind of neat.
Right.
That was a neat concept, especially because you had the 3 different types of Miis that you could use. But I don't know about the whole.
I mean, but I could have a horse named Jeff.
Part. You can have a. What did they say in the direct? What was the exact quote? It was like, you can add a horse to your party.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It was something really dumb, and I was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah.
But
Famicom Detective Club was another one. Neon White.
The Capcom games coming over to the Switch, I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, that
looks really cool. Because now you can play Mortal Kombat. And like OG Mortal Kombat, not like the new stuff. Because I love OG Mortal Kombat.
Like the arcade type version.
Yeah, like that's like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, or no, it's not Mortal Kombat, is it? Wait, no,
it's Street Fighter. Street
Fighter. Excuse me. Why am I talking about Mortal Kombat? You know what? I've been thinking a lot about Mortal Kombat lately. That's why I have it on my mind. But no, it's Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. Love Tekken. Love Mortal Kombat. Like having that game on the Switch is going to be so good.
Yeah, I agree.
And all the other Capcom titles, of course, there. But in particular, Street Fighter is going to be so dope.
You know I'm going to have to bring it up, though, right?
What? It's
another port of games already made.
Okay, but, come on.
So,
come on.
One that I was kind of excited about was the remake of Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
I thought that looked pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's a game I played as a kid.
I don't like that you have to pay for it more, though. It's like you have to unlock it or something like that. Didn't they say they have to like?
You get the old school one for free.
Yeah.
Right now, like you have to get it like within the next couple of days.
Oh, so you just get the upgrade version of it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it. I understand now.
And then you pay for like the remaster, but
okay.
And and I'm going to bring up Skyward Sword. I have to.
Okay, listen. I think this is a good thing. I think it's good. I think it's okay. And here's my reasoning. Listen, okay? You had the upgrade for Ocarina of Time, right? To the 3DS, and that upgrade was exactly what Ocarina of Time needed. Skyward Sword is another great, amazing, high-level Legend of Zelda title that bridges the gap between it bridges the gap between what, like Wind Waker essentially, or no, not Wind Waker. What was it? Oh my gosh, what was Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess
and Breath of the Wild, and there's a Skyward Sword right in the middle of both of those games, having been what was made back in 2011. It looks like, yeah. So it bridges that gap, and then you had all the smaller games like Triforce Heroes and yada yada, and then you had the one with the trains, which I don't know what the deal was with the train thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good upgrade. I'm okay with that. Listen, I'm okay with remasters and remakes and porting stuff over. It's if you provide a quality upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with the Capcom comp stuff because I can't play it anywhere else. If I'm gonna play it, I need to go buy something else. And if it's inexpensive, I'm perfectly okay with it. Now, if you're gonna charge me an absorbent amount of money, then of course I'm gonna be like, hello.
Right.
But that's not the case with the Capcom stuff. Same thing with Skyward Sword. It's they're upgrading it completely. It's the exact same thing that you had with Ocarina of Time going to the 3DS. It looks like. Now, it could just be a port. I have no idea. I don't. The one thing that worries me is that they added HD to the end of it.
Right.
That's a little concerning. So,
well, I don't know. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I never played the game. Yeah, I refused to play the game because of the controls. Sorry, back to what I said in the beginning. I refuse to play it. If I'm a dad, I work full time. I have to deal with kids. And after a long day of working and getting the kids bathed and in bed and all that good stuff, I don't want to stand in front of my TV and slash stuff. I want to sit on my couch with a bag of Doritos and a Mountain Dew and press a button that can kill everything. You know what I mean?
Do you give your child Baja Blast? It's the only proper thing. What?
No. That's all for me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's all for me.
Okay, no, I agree with you. I think the slashing thing is weird. I like the Wiimote controllers though. I thought that was a neat little addition. They're going to probably be overpriced, but
probably,
yeah. It's Nintendo. What do you expect?
So Nintendo has always been known for taking those extra risks, right?
Yeah,
and the risk if they work or not. All right. So for me, the worst console that Nintendo ever came out with is the Wii and the Wii U. Like, I hate both of those consoles with a passion because I hated the controllers, right? But they've always taken those risks. Back in the 90s was the Virtual Boy, right?
Right.
Where they were trying to do this 3D looking thing. It didn't work out for them, but that's okay.
And then you have, of course, the Wii, which was a huge risk.
Yeah.
And way ahead of its time. That ended up working out, though.
It did.
Wii U, on the other hand.
The Wii U, and again, because nobody wants to hold this giant handheld brick. They
worked out the kinks with the Switch, so.
And they have. I think the Switch is probably the best console that they've come out with since the GameCube.
I agree with that.
And how they've done it, like specifically with Super Mario 3D World, where if you've ever played 3D World, there's times where it helps if you touch the screen on that stupid Wii U pad.
Well, it's like with Galaxy,
right?
If you're playing it handheld, it's better to tap the stars.
And I hated that. That's probably why I hate Galaxy so much.
Yeah,
but 3D World did a great job at adding. All you do is hit the right bumper, and it comes up on the screen. So you can still do the same stuff. It's just you touch with that. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. So I think that Nintendo's grown to the point that they're trying new things, right? And we have to take a step back and remember, being a little bit older gamers, that we're not their primary demographic. I've said it before. We're not.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Direct proved that. Okay. My kid got excited for Splatoon. You know, but
yeah.
And in Japan, I know it's really big on, exercising. Don't sit in game and internet cafes for hours and hours and hours. And I think that's one of the ways that they can, kind of save face over there, I guess, is adding those types of motion controls. But like Super Mario Odyssey, I ran that game for about a year and a half, destroyed my wrists, completely destroyed my wrists. Granted, I'm speed running it. So I'm using motion controls. The fastest way to move in that game is to actually roll. and you get roll boost by shaking. That's the fastest way. So
gotta wear those hand braces, man.
Gotta do something. But 3D World did a really good job at those motion controls. And I think they're still finding their balance, but they're definitely a company that wants to take risk, and I'm okay with that. I think that's why I was so underwhelmed by the Nintendo Direct, was because I didn't see a lot of risk there.
Well, here's the thing that we've talked about what was there, but here's what's missing, right? You're missing two things. The first thing you're missing is Breath of the Wild 2. And I mean, they talked about it in the Direct, and they said, "Hey, we're working on it. We can't talk about it right now, but we promise we're working on it." And you know what? I trust Nintendo when it comes to Zelda.
Sure.
They've shown time and time again that when they put in the work and they put in the effort, they put out a quality Legend of Zelda title.
But Breath of the Wild is not a Zelda title.
Exactly. What? Oh, that's right. No. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Zelda isn't as whatever. Anyway, I mean, you look at let's put this into perspective, right? Skyward Sword was in 2011.
Yep.
Breath of the Wild was 2017. There's a 6-year gap between mainline Legend of Zelda titles,
and that's about the same as Mario,
right? And so, I mean, in between, you had Triforce Heroes, something else. But those were smaller games on like the 3DS or something like that. They weren't like big titles, right? And then you have remakes and remasters in and out of there, whatever. So I'm okay with them saying, "Hey, we have not we can't give you any more information on Breath of the Wild 2. Please be patient with us." I'm okay with that, and I think that us as fans need to sit back and say, "Okay, we need to be more patient," because I mean, again, if we wait 6 years, we won't see that Zelda title until 2023.
Right.
And it'll have been the exact same amount of time between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild. So I think this is one of those situations where Cyberpunk, remember? Everyone remember Cyberpunk? Everyone remember how that turned out? Be patient. Like, just sit back for a moment and just take a chill pill. It'll come. Now, the other thing we talked about this in the last podcast. The thing that was missing was Mario Kart. Now, they have no excuse for this. There's none. The time between Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, and this is OG Mario Kart 8. I'm not talking about Deluxe.
Right.
Was 3 years. 3 years. Okay. And they came out with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I'm not going to call a new Mario Kart title because it's basically just Mario Kart 8 with some extra features. They were good extra features and they fixed a lot of stuff, but it was just Mario Kart 8. Just with a little bit extra on it, and you could play it on the Switch. That's all it was. That was back in 2017. It is now 2021. It has been 4 years, and the Switch does not have a standalone Mario Kart title dedicated to itself. And we can argue all day that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a main Mario Kart title for the Switch. I'm going to disagree with you all day long.
Sure.
Every console has had its own Mario Kart. Every single, except for the NES. Well, every single one has had its own Mario Kart title since the Super Nintendo. Well, why does the Switch have one?
Here's the thing for me, and this is why I'm sitting here thinking about it, listening to what you're talking about. I'm hoping that they're not waiting for another console for Zelda and Mario.
They can't.
Not. And my thing is I think that they want this Switch to last as long as possible. Well, I don't think Nintendo is developing a new console right now, if you want my personal opinion, because there's no reason to.
Well, right? That's the thing. It's compete, right? Technically speaking, it was competing in its own kind of realm because the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox One already kind of were existing, and then you kind of had Nintendo be like, "Hey, we're going to throw our hat into the ring." This was back in 2017, right? 2017. So it's like and what's the lifespan of a console? I mean, it's typically like 10 years?
No, less than that.
Less than that? 8 years?
Yeah,
it's got to be at least 8 years. Yeah. So I mean, what was the distance between the Wii U and the Switch? I mean, really you could say what was the distance between the Wii and the Switch, because what the Wii U was, it was just an upgrade really to the Wii.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, every new console generation is just a slight upgrade anyway. Look at the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One.
Right.
You know?
Well, and arguably speaking, the Switch is the best console out there right now.
I agree.
I mean, you've got a console that can play a massive game like Super Mario Odyssey, right? Breath of the Wild, right? You run around in that open world, there's no load time for anything. You just run around. And yet you have Cyberpunk, which is being played on the quote-unquote best consoles ever made, fastest consoles ever made.
And it's terrible.
It's a piece of junk.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I think there is no argument to be made that the Switch is the best console out right now.
I agree.
When it comes to just itself. But it how do you not make a Mario Kart title? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this is you've got the main Mario series, you've got the main Legend of Zelda series, you've got like Super Smash, and then you've got Mario Kart. Like, those are the four things like within the Nintendo line that just like it's consistently being created over and over again, and you leave Mario Kart out like this.
But here's the thing: did Mario Kart ever have DLCs?
What do you mean?
Like, here's the thing. So Nintendo is focusing on things that are making it money with the least amount of effort possible.
Right.
Right? Like, we can say that. That's clear from the Nintendo Direct that that's what they're doing. With all of these ports, all of these third-party contractors and developers that are coming in with these games, right?
Right.
So the games that they're focusing on are like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, if you got the DLCs, you're looking at $120 a person.
Oh, right? And then you're looking at like Pokemon Sword and Shield with the expansions there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this now.
Why bother come out with a new title? You know what I mean? Why bother other than to make the fans happy?
Yeah, I guess so. And you've got Mario Kart World Tour, or not? It was Grant. What is it on the?
One on your phone?
Yeah. What's it called? Is it World Tour? I think it's called World Tour.
Yeah,
and that's just a micro. Yeah, it's a micro transaction freaking hellhole.
Nintendo is going to do everything it possibly can to make the most amount of money with the least amount of effort.
Yeah.
Right. So if we badger them enough to do another Mario Kart title, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right, and make a Mario Kart 9 Extreme or something like that, and basically reskin all the maps and say, here's your karts, have fun.
They're going to put out plastic things like they did for the Wii.
Oh God!
Wiimote.
What was that thing that the Labo? Was that
the Labo? Yeah, Nintendo Labo. Labo wheel. There you go.
A money grab. Hey, we're gonna cut all of this cardboard out for $100, right? Well, and you can play the piano.
I think that's the thing about Nintendo, though. It's like you've got this such extreme stupidity, like right next to like this amazing quality gaming. Like you've got the Labo sitting directly next to Super Mario Odyssey.
There's only one thing that I think it plays 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Nintendo of America and in Japan.
What?
That's just what they do.
Yeah. So, I mean,
they do.
It's like you were saying, they're trying to be creative and they're trying to work outside of the box, and they come up with these really wacky ideas. It's not like Microsoft and Sony. Like, they kind of stick inside of this nice little circle, and they don't go outside of the circle too often, because God forbid they go outside the circle, they'll freak out the fans, right? Which is part of the reason why everyone's kind of upset with them now and saying, like, this is just the same thing over and over again. Yes. Call of Duty, Metal Gear, not Metal Gear. Gears of War. Name any other title. I mean, it's just all the same thing over and over and over again. There's nothing interesting to it. FIFA, not FIFA. Excuse me, not FIFA. Madden. That's the reason why all of the Madden people are mad, is because they're like, what the heck? It's the same thing, and it's actually worse. Exactly. That's the problem. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
But and that's what Nintendo. That's why Nintendo's always been this contrasting kind of this company in comparison to Nintendo and Microsoft, is that they've done these out of the box sort of things. Which, you know what, some of them were amazing, some of them were awesome, like the Wii. Some of them kind of fell flat and didn't do anything, like the Wii U. Some of them looked like cash grabs, like the Labo. Some of them, ended up being absolutely amazing open world games like Breath of the Wild, that regardless of what the standard Legend of Zelda game is, turned out to be an incredible video game. Like, it's kind of a coin flip at this point with them.
And I agree. I mean, I don't know. I think we've beat that dead horse with that Nintendo Direct. And, hopefully here in the future, we're going to see, Nintendo surprises us. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're out of all of the game companies out there, they're the ones that are able to keep their lips sealed better than any other game company.
Hello, look at the way they revealed Paper Mario.
Yeah. Dude. It was out of nowhere.
Oh my god, that was like a beautiful. I just that was beautiful.
Because we had no clue. Nobody had a clue. There wasn't even a rumor in the rumor mill saying that Paper Mario is going to come out, and then there's like, boom, hey, we're going to release Mario. And we're like, wait, what?
Yes, and it ended up, and like you're saying, it's an incredible, and that's what I'm talking about. Like Paper Mario, that was everyone. There were very high expectations for that game. Amazing game.
Yeah, and you've got your fanboys that, of course, went in and were criticizing Paper Mario for what it was, but I don't know, that I thought it was a great game.
Yeah. No, I think generally speaking, it was. Again, you had the corner of people who were like, it wasn't like the original Paper Mario, but I think you had enough people saying this new one was so good that it kind of raised it up a little bit higher. Anyway,
well, moving on. Talking about BlizzCon, which is it's actually going on right now.
Yep.
So opening day was yesterday. So I'm sure there's still going to be some releases and things we're not going to catch here in the podcast, but a couple of things that have come out. Diablo 2 is a mobile game. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, you see the reaction that the people had to Blizzard doing it a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Where wasn't there a guy who was like, "Are you serious?" Like he got to the microphone and he's like, "You got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah.
Is this a joke?" Like I think he legit asked if this was a joke or not, and then he got kicked out of the conference.
Everybody else was thinking.
Yeah.
So a couple of things that I'm excited about. Blizzard is coming out with an arcade collection that's going to end up coming to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And it's basically Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, Blackthorn, which are a lot of, I've been a Blizzard fan for a really long time. All right. And so it's really cool, but it's the same thing with Nintendo re-releasing some of these older games that I could probably get. Now, granted, I could get them. There's no store out there that I know that sells them. So this is a more legit way to get them. A couple other things. So Diablo 4, which has been in development for forever and a day. They did say that it will not be launching this year, but they did release a new trailer with a rogue class, which is cool. They're doing a Diablo 2 Resurrected HD remaster of the 20-year-old game for PC and console, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And what's really cool, though, is that it'll have cross progression between console and PC, which is really nice. Here's one that I thought was stupid. So we know that a few years ago, Blizzard decided to come out with the World of Warcraft Classic, which was great, which, kind of appeased. Back then, there was a private server that was running that ran the old school World of Warcraft Classic, which was a much more difficult game. The learning curve was a little bit higher. So when Blizzard shut them down, there was outrage, echoing. So they said, hey, we're going to invite these guys that were a part of this original server, and we're going to create Warcraft Classic with them. So it'll be official, and if you have a WoW subscription, it's going to be free. So cool, great. You can play World of Warcraft Classic. They're announcing a paid expansion for the Burning Crusade, as in the same paid expansion they had 15 years ago. Why? Why?
It's Blizzard. What do you
I don't get
expect?
it. You know, and here's the thing. Blizzard wasn't like this before Activision bought them. It wasn't until Activision purchased Blizzard that they started doing stuff like this. Do you remember it was EA and Activision, but the whole microtransactions with the Star Wars game, Battlefront 2? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the outrage on that?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just absolutely nuts that they had to disable microtransactions because they told everybody in these releases, hey, there are not going to be any microtransactions, and then guess what? People boot up the game, and guess what? There is
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect? I mean, again, we talk about these companies being companies. It's the reality of the situation here. It's the bottom line. That's what it is. It's not necessarily about appeasing the gamer. It's about the bottom line.
Well, and gamers have had an effect on these companies. So if you remember about 5 to 8 years ago, every game that you bought had a season pass with it and a whole bunch of DLC and day one exclusives and all of this stuff. Well, gamers finally said, look, I'm not going to pre-order this crap anymore. I don't need your season pass. Screw you. And so then they stopped. They really pulled back and realized this is not a model that our consumer is going to allow. So that's great. Day one exclusives are crap. I've said this time and time again. Do not pre-order anything. Right? And anybody who argues, no, pre-ordering is great. Yeah, I bet you pre-ordered Cyberpunk. But... so it's good that a lot of the companies have gotten away from that. I think that with the death of GameStop, that's has helped that out a lot. When I have a game release, I don't go to the store. Super Mario 3D World released at midnight. You know what I was doing? I was right here, downloaded, ready to go. Yep. Boom. So, but that I already knew what game I was getting into.
And that's the thing with pre-orders. I think that if you know what you're going to if you know what to expect, it's okay to pre-order. But there are games like Cyberpunk where it's like maybe I want to sit back and wait on this one.
And that's the thing. 10 years ago, pre-ordering was pretty much a requirement. Why? Because the store only had a finite amount of games to be able to sell, and that's how you reserve to make sure that you got a copy and were able to play day one. Now in the year 2021, you can I know people do still like physical copies of the game. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to pre-order it anymore. There's not this mad rush at GameStop and Walmart for a game that's coming out at midnight. I don't even know if GameStop's still doing midnight releases anymore. They used to do them. I know that they used to go in and they would order pizza and whatever generic soda, and you'd sit outside and wait, blah blah blah. But I don't know if they do that anymore. Do they?
No, I don't know either. I've never done one because I didn't have the privilege of being able to do that sort of thing. I was very sheltered.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, but the Call of Duty. The Black Ops, the pre-order for that, I remember everyone getting that game and pre-ordering it and that sort of thing. And that was a game that at a time that if you had pre-ordered that was a special moment because that was an amazing game. But I think that after you got Modern Warfare 3 and you're like, okay, I pre-ordered this and this is kind of generic, I probably shouldn't pre-order the next Call of Duty game. You know what I mean? Because it's basically you can pre-order up until you can no longer trust the company. I do not recommend anyone pre-ordering Halo Infinite. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. So there is a kind of a funny thing that came out of BlizzCon. So Metallica, literally the worst band alive. Whoa. The worst. And here's why I'm going to say that, because they're the ones They're the ones that push so hard for DMCA to be alive.
Oh yeah,
that's why they are complete garbage. And I will never buy another album. The music's great, but the human beings that are behind those guitars are complete trash.
Yeah.
Anyway, so check this out. This went all over Twitter. Metallica was doing a live concert at BlizzCon. Right?
Yeah.
So the official Twitch gaming channel muted Metallica's audio to play 8-bit folk music to avoid DMCA.
Oh my God.
Thank God.
That is
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that this was what it was before. Literally, I'm just finding this out now. I saw like stuff about it on Twitter.
Yep.
About Metallica at BlizzCon. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that's about. Scroll past it. I didn't realize they played folk music over them.
Complete trash.
That's amazing.
So the official Twitch, that's what they had to do to avoid DMCA from this piece of garbage band that ended up, helping to advocate for that law. Because here's the thing, how it all started. So for you youngsters that don't necessarily know, back in
my day,
we had LimeWire and Napster. And
you wanted a virus.
Right. Well, both of those, that's how people were getting music without paying for them. Great. Okay. So the folks over at Metallica started lobbying and saying they're stealing what we've worked so hard to make. Right. So DMCA was born. And Metallica was actually going after like 14-year-old kids who were downloading their music. Like, are you kidding me? Really? Get over it. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Yes, they've created something. That, I should be able to purchase the album for and listen to it. Right? But to go as far as to mute the stream from an album that I've purchased and I'm playing for myself, right? I have an issue with. So I think it's funny. Yeah, the official Twitch channel had to mute that and play some random. I mean, I'm kind of listening to it right now. It's like, hold on. Let me see if I can get my headphones close enough so you can hear this. All right, are you ready? Let me turn up the headphones as much as I possibly can. All right, let's see if we can hear it. All right, here we go.
Oh my God, I can barely hear that.
So,
yeah.
This is the audio that was playing over Metallica rocking out.
Oh my God.
So that's fine, whatever.
It sounds like kiddie music. I thought I heard like a toy piano.
So AV Club, which is an online magazine, they summed it up perfectly, apparently. They called it the dorkiest, most Zelda forest ass music imaginable. Yeah, just saying. Yeah.
Well, the whole DMCA thing is just, there's a fine line with it because you got to give ownership to the person and the band and the artist or whatever. But at the same time, it's like with the video game. When I buy the game, I get to use the game as I want to because it's technically I have a license to the game. It's kind of the same way with music. If you sell it, I buy it, I can use it, right? So it's, I don't know. There's a weird fine line to walk there.
Well, that's the only cool part about it is that in the clip, it does look like, they're kind of banging their heads a little bit, and it does go to the beat of whatever the hell Twitch decided to put up on there. That's cool. Yeah. Last thing that came out of BlizzCon, Overwatch 2, which has been teased now for 2 years. Overwatch 2 said that they will not be having a 2021 release. They did, however, post up pictures of the maps and things, and some of the testing that they've done. It's Overwatch. Yeah. It's Overwatch 1. Like, what the heck? Blizzard. So Overwatch 2, one of the things that they're saying is, it's going to have PvE, it's going to have a campaign. Great. Put it in the current game.
Yeah.
Overwatch came out, I think, May of 2016-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. I think that's when I got it.
Isn't that what seasons are for? Isn't that what like Fortnite did? Like they expanded on the game by adding new, like seasons to the game. I don't know enough about this stuff.
So seasons in Overwatch pretty much just change out the map rotation.
Okay,
that's it. That's literally it. So
that's lame.
Yeah, it is. And so stop it. If you want to make Overwatch 2 a completely single player game, great. I'm cool with that. But do not, I swear, and mark my words, mark right now, today, on February 19th, 2021. Is that today's date?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. No, it's actually February 20th.
Is it the 20th? No,
yes,
oh, it is. Never mind.
So yeah, mark my words, February 20th of 2021. If Overwatch comes out with the exact same thing in the exact same engine, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
And so will half of the internet.
Yeah.
2 years of development.
This is going to be a really weird thing to say because I understand the technology and I understand, why developers do this sort of thing, but I don't get the whole like making things downloadable thing. Like with the old systems, right? PS2. If I played Jak and Daxter, I'm playing Jak and Daxter. There's not going to be any DLCs. There's not going to be any upgrades. It's Jak and Daxter, and that's it, right? Why is it that when I plug in an Xbox One though, that I'm downloading whatever expansion or downloading whatever upgrade to the game,
right?
And that's the thing with things like Overwatch, right? And the things like Fortnite. Is they're constantly getting these upgrades all the time, and you're right. Like, why didn't they just add an expansion to Overwatch,
right?
Where they have a campaign. That's a very easy thing to do, and you can sell it. Exactly, you could sell that, and people would probably buy it, and you'd be fine.
There's not a new game engine. They're not developing an entire new game engine. They're going to use the same one that they already have.
Yeah,
and that's my thing. So Jeff Kaplan announced BlizzCon in BlizzCon 2019 that Overwatch 2 is coming out. However, it's also been reported that work on Overwatch 2 began as Overwatch 1 shipped out.
Oh God, this is what I'm talking about. The bottom line, man. Well, and here's the thing: like if they make new characters and everything like that, I think it would be fine. But based on the way you're saying it doesn't sound like they're changing anything at all. It's just going to be, new maps, new whatever, Right.
They're adding a talent system. They're doing a small artistic redesign, supposedly, from each hero. Which, cool,
that's
great.
Just skins. That's just a fancy way of saying we're adding new skins.
By the way, every season, they release new skins.
Yeah. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it just sounds not like they're. I'm trying to think of a reason to be like devil's advocate here and be like, well, they could be doing this, but I can't think of anything, and I'm usually pretty good at that.
In late 2020, so 4 to 6 months ago, they did release that they have expanded their development team to hundreds of developers. Why? I don't get it.
It sounds like Microsoft.
I don't get it. It does sound like Microsoft.
Well, and you see what happens. Yeah, it's just you gather up all these developers, you tell them what you want them to do, and you force them to do it the way that you want them to do it, and then guess what happens? Crap gets put out. That's what happened with Microsoft and Rare.
Right.
So
and here's my issue, and it's this headline right here: Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 won't launch in 2021, but new Call of Duty confirmed and another remaster. Stop it!
Yeah,
stop it!
Yeah.
Why? How can you release a Call of Duty game every 2 years? Oh wait, it's the same thing.
I'm so thankful I don't buy this crap. I'm so glad that I can just like huddle in the back with my retro games and be like, I am happy.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to be releasing Call of Duty every year or two. Here's a news story from February 4th of 2021 on GameSpot. Call of Duty had its biggest year ever in 2020. Full game and microtransaction sales are booming.
We need to do a whole section on microtransactions later.
Yeah, we do.
That's going to be that'll be season 2.
Because I guarantee you, it's not adults.
Yeah.
A huge part of it is, that 16-year-old is going to grab mom and dad's credit card so he can get that hot new skin.
Well,
Sorry.
and it's funny that you mentioned that because I work in a field where like I deal with banking essentially. I'm not going to go into full detail on it, but I've gotten phone calls where it's exactly that. Well, my son bought like $500 worth of Google Play, whatever, or they bought all this stuff on Fortnite or whatever. It's just like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
and I can't do anything to help you out, but yeah.
Luckily, my bank is pretty good, and we've had issues where my 7-year-old has gone on Roblox and spent $500.
Oh, yeah, no,
$500.
No,
and luckily, I was able to recover some of that, not all of it.
Yeah.
And since then we've had to change how we bank. But yeah, that needs to be a topic. Let's add it to the list.
Yeah, add that to the list for next season. But yeah, I've always had a mistrust of Blizzard. Like I don't like I know like WoW, WoW. Apparently, I never got onto the WoW train. I know that you did. I think I tried to get onto it, but I was like, I'm not willing to pay X number of dollars per month for a subscription that I might use when I have RuneScape that I can easily play, and I'm not willing to pay a subscription for that either.
Well, bottom line for me, I've always trusted Blizzard. It was when Activision came in.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
When Activision came in, I knew because everything Activision touches turns to straight poop.
Yep,
absolutely straight poop.
No,
just saying. So,
but yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other. I've played other Blizzard games. What other games does Blizzard make? Diablo,
StarCraft, Warcraft. Yeah, they were going to do a StarCraft first-person shooter at one point, and then cancel that for Overwatch and Diablo.
That'd be weird.
Hearthstone, which is their card game, that got really big on Twitch for a while.
That was fun.
Yeah, Hearthstone is pretty cool. They've got some good titles.
There was a Blizzard game that I used to play a lot. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Why
can't I think of it? Huh? It wasn't World of Warcraft. No. It was a single player game, I think. What games do they make? Huh?
Wasn't Diablo, right?
No. Hold on here. Now I'm confused what Blizzard game hold on. Because I had I had it downloaded and everything.
Hearthstone, Diablo, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, which was like supposedly their Dota killer.
Apparently Heroes of the Storm is actually kind of good now.
Is it?
Purportedly.
Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, those were on the Super Nintendo and being re-released, which I went over that. Justice League Task Force, apparently.
What
Death
the heck
of
is
Superman. RPM Racing, Blackthorn.
No, I played Hearthstone on my phone. There's no way I could have been playing Hearthstone on PC. I'm trying to. This is going to bother me until I find it, and then I'm going to find it. I'm going to be like, aha! What the heck?
Just
we'll figure it out later. Whatever. Moving on.
The last thing I'm going to say on Blizzard was there was a game that they were developing called Titan. Okay, which is going to be a brand new lore set outside of StarCraft and outside of Warcraft and outside of Diablo. It was going to be an MMO with several classes and a whole bunch of abilities and all of that stuff, but they abandoned it for Overwatch. So, again, Jeff Kaplan, I'm not a fan. I've never really been a fan of Jeff Kaplan. He's the vice president of Blizzard Entertainment. He's been with Blizzard for a while, since 2002, the development of Warcraft 3. But he can go away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. I just feel like Blizzard fans or fans of Blizzard games like Diablo and World of Warcraft, they've just been beating the crap out of, man. I feel bad for them. I'm going to try it Heroes of the Storm, though, at some point, hopefully.
Yeah, you need to. I think you need to.
Yeah.
So, well, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for us this week.
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff. Again, stay tuned for season 2, which is going to be coming out real soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we will not be. So we will have an upload that's coming up on this Wednesday. So Wednesday the 24th, we'll have an upload. And then March 3rd, we will not have an upload. The next upload after that will be March 10th. Maybe, depending on if you get settled, maybe we'll throw some extra streams in there or do some kind of special episode or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll do something.
But yeah,
it's like I said before, we're moving, so I need the week, but we'll get things together. Again, check us out on Twitch, check us out on Twitter, check us out on all the stuff. And as always, thank you for listening and good gaming.
Absolutely.